Hey guys, thanks for joining us again on It Starts With Plastic Free. Corey, we're going to do something different this week.
I'm ready to get my hairnet on.
Get your hairnet on, I'm going to get my beard net on. We're going to go out in the plant and you're going to see and meet with our quality manager on how wet wipes are made and checked off. Come join us. So guys, we said we'd come out to our plant today and we're going to introduce you to Andrew, our quality manager. Andrew, how you going, mate?
Very good, thanks Phil.
Having a good day?
Fantastic day, thank
Me
you.
and Corey don't get out here too often because I don't like to mess my hair up and Corey doesn't like to mess his beard up. But we're here to talk about what all the quality checks that happen wipes, because obviously Australian made, people are intrigued to understand what the process involves. So how does it all start for you with your job in terms of making sure that what we deliver is quality?
So generally when the raw material arrives, we conduct quality checks on the raw materials. So generally we weigh the fabric, we check it off against a certificate of analysis from the supplier. They're probably the main checks that we do on the fabric, and then with the film we actually do a lot of quality checks, as in checking against the artwork, making sure that the quality of the film is as it should be.
That's all where it needs to be?
Yeah, and that's the main checks that we really do on the raw materials, plus obviously the chemicals that we check as to our raw materials.
What about the liquids? What are the checks you do on that, Andrew?
So obviously,
solutions,
when the liquids are made up, we quite often do pH checks. We do clarity checks on the solution, obviously making sure that the solution is clear. There's no dropout of the solution at all. So
what does dropout mean? The things separate?
Yeah, so maybe like a raw material might not be mixed properly with another raw material.
I'm looking at the aloe vera in the background. So aloe vera is mixed into our solution.
Correct.
That stays as a solution.
And a stable solution.
Stable.
Yeah,
right.
correct. Yeah.
So when it goes into the wipe, the first wipe and the last wipe in the pack are nice and consistent.
Correct. Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And what about when the product's actually being made? Like when the product's going through that soft pack line, how do we know that what goes in the carton is what needs to be on the shelf for the consumer, or the retailer?
Yeah, so there's various quality checks that we do. We do a lot of quality checks at the start of the process when the fabric's actually being rolled through the Converstack machine.
Yep.
So we do weight checks on the fabric at that point, making sure that the interfold of the fabric is how it should be.
Yep.
And then obviously weight checks. So when the liquid's actually going onto the fabric, we're making sure that that weight of that fabric is together with the liquid is what it should be. And
to that specification.
So that makes sure that a baby wipe is as wet as it should be.
Yeah, based on our dose rate, which is making sure that it's at the correct dose rate. Yeah.
You want to hear that noise in the background there? What does that mean?
So that basically means the soft pack machine's running, really.
Okay, and, so get out the way because this thing's going to pop some off the line?
Yeah, so we're going to be running a lot of soft packs.
The noise we love to hear. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
On the soft packs, so this happens all the time. You've got to have what they call traceability. So we have a batch number that's stamped on that tells us, what does the batch number tell you when you read on the back of the pack?
So effectively that's our traceability of that particular product that we've made. So we're able to, from a quality point of view, if we have a customer complain or we need to go back and check that particular batch solution, then we've got full traceability of that solution back. Correct. The date was made, date of manufacturer.
Ingredients are going in there?
Correct.
The batch that was made?
Correct.
The staff that are involved in making it?
Yes, the batch numbers, even of the raw materials, we record that on the retain sheet as well. So
great.
We've got full traceability of all of our products right down to every raw material that we use in that product.
And I imagine if I bought one of the wipes from a supermarket at the moment, which are typically imported, that would be pretty hard to probably track back in a lot of cases.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So having that traceability code or that barcoding on the product is very important. Yeah, from a traceability point of view.
And the pack itself, how do we know? I mean, because they contain moisture. Do we have a random process, or is there checks on the line in terms of the seals and how the seals are on the film? Because that's fairly important. You potentially have a liquid that comes out of it that's going to stain.
Yeah, so we have technicians on the line and also our quality officer who's on the line and myself checking those seals, because that's probably one of the most important parts, probably one of the most important quality checks that we do on the pack. Obviously because we can't have leaking packs on the shelf. So yes, that's really important that we're checking the end seals of the pack and also the long seal of the pack.
And in terms of, in general, Andrew, like when you see a plant like this, because you've come through the food and wine industry in the past,
yes.
not that you're new here, but you're newish compared to the two of us.
Yes.
How does this compare in terms of your experience in the food and wine game with what we do here? Because we make medical wipes, we've got consumer wipes, industrial products. The processes are fairly tight and stringent compared to what you've seen elsewhere.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's really coming down to obviously the batching process and making the liquids, which is a critical part of the process, and obviously keeping retained records and retained samples of that liquid as well. But yeah, that's probably, they're the main priorities that we're checking from a quality point of view, and just the condition of the plant. Like myself coming in from the wine industry, the plant is extremely clean, almost a GMP facility the way I look at it.
And what's GMP?
Good manufacturing practices. So yeah, it's a very clean manufacturing area. Everything's laid out really well. Raw materials are laid out well. All of our finished goods are laid out really well. So it's very easy to find, our raw materials when we're making batch solutions, and everything's set up beautifully.
Packaging as well.
Yeah, exactly. Very easy to find. Yeah.
If you've got any questions or you'd like to get engaged further, let us know, but don't forget to subscribe and like the button below, and pose a question to this guy here, Andrew. Until next time, we'll see you then.
Thank you.